Hello and welcome to Play PKN, the weekly video bulletin of the top news stories on PKN Packaging News, Australia's media hub for the packaging industry. I'm PKN's publisher, Lindy Hewson, and this week's episode is brought to you by Ball & Doggett, Australia's largest distributor of printable materials for packaging, and the creator of the Ecoporium by Ball & Doggett platform. Well, we'll kick things off with our lead story, which sees Pact Group's efforts to recycle the equivalent of 500 million used milk bottles a year, winning the company the Circular Economy Award at this year's Chemistry Australia Industry Awards. Used milk bottles and other dairy containers are collected from Victorian household recycling bins and processed at the Pact-operated Circular Plastics Australia recycling plant in the Melbourne suburb of Laverton. The CPA facility, which is a joint venture with Cleanaway Waste Management, opened earlier this year, and the plant can recycle up to 20,000 tonnes of used HDPE and PP packaging each year at full operational capacity. The recycled resin will be used at Pact's packaging manufacturing facilities in Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane and Perth, which are all currently being upgraded to enable an increase in the use of recycled content used to make HDPE milk bottles and to dramatically reduce the need for virgin plastic. So well done to the Pact Group. Next up, the Australian Packaging Covenant Organisation, APCO, has released the fifth iteration of its annual consumption and recovery data report for packaging in the Australian market. It covers the 2021 to 2022 period and maps the flow of packaging. The report shows that while many Australian businesses have made good contributions towards the 2025 targets, it is clear that they will not be met within the time frame. The key takeaway is that the task at hand for these voluntary targets is much bigger than any one company and the actions it can take within its own organisation. Serious at-scale collaboration and cooperation across the packaging industry, government and waste and recycling sectors is needed to drive real and effective change. Meanwhile, environmental group the Boomerang Alliance has argued that the continued use of the Australasian recycling label on soft plastic packaging has gone beyond a joke, to quote it, as despite the collapse of Red Cycle in November 2022, the ARL is still being used widely to promote in-store collections, which do not exist. Boomerang Alliance is calling for the immediate removal of labels featuring any in-store collection service where none exists. In response to Boomerang's investigation, Sarah Sannon, the head of operations at the Australian Packaging Covenant Organisation, told PKN that the ACCC has in fact granted a period of 2 years by the 1st of July 2025 for brand owners to transition their soft plastics labelling from the return to store to the new Check Locally ARL logo. APCO is working with brand owners and retailers throughout this process to meet the new Check Locally labelling requirements and the ACCC's deadlines. Then to some acquisition news. Insignia, which is a 55-year-old family-owned company specializing in labeling, coding and data capture solutions, will soon be owned by the Peacock Group, with a deal set to go through on the 31st of May. According to Peacock, the acquisition will see the group become the most experienced print packaging and supply chain technology provider in Australia, and one with some 15,000 customers across the ANZ region. The Insignia name and business will remain the same and will operate alongside other Peacock Group businesses. And Insignia will, of course, continue to operate as an independent entity within the group. The acquisition of Insignia gives Peacock expertise in product identification and traceability because Insignia works with leading brands in thermal printing, data capture and marking and coding solutions. And some of these big brands include Domino, Zebra, Honeywell and GS1. Then to some quick market updates next. We have Rippl Water, the newest Australian brand that is packaging water into aluminium cans and bottles, printed with a range of licensed designs and customizable branding options for consumers and businesses. The company has invested $6 million in the printing technology to enable this customization, and the Rippl range includes 3 aluminium vessel types, a 300 milliliter can, a 400 milliliter bottle, and a 680 milliliter bottle. Then Zespri, the international kiwi fruit marketer based in New Zealand, has partnered with brand strategy and creative hub Speakeasy to introduce the innovative Zespri fruit pillbox. The packaging concept, inspired by the use of traditional pillboxes, aims to increase daily kiwi fruit consumption and features 7 compartments labelled with days of the week from Monday to Sunday, each of course containing a Zespri Sun Gold kiwi fruit. Then snack brand Pringles, owned by Kellanova, has set out to minimize its environmental impact by reducing the can height of its 53-gram varieties, which will take 37,000 kilograms of packaging out of the system every year in Australia and New Zealand, while still delivering the same amount of chips, they say. The trimmed package now features less empty space, with the height being reduced by about 10%. And then finally, Mecca Australia has extended its free national in-store beauty waste recycling program, which it runs in partnership with TerraCycle, to include the collection of glass, perfume and fragrance bottles. So that will make some Mecca customers happy who have already been able to recycle any brand of empty cosmetic, hair care and skincare packaging through this Mecca system before. So, well, that's all from me for this week. Thank you as ever for watching. If you want to find out more about these and other stories, do head to our website, packagingnews.com.au.